I'm at the family lake house, watching my mother, Kimberly, struggle with her new tablet. Sunlight filters through the pines, dappling the wooden porch in shifting patterns of light and shadow. "Alexis, I really appreciate this," she says, patting my hand. "I just can't get my calendar to sync. Everything used to be so simple." "No problem, Mom." I smile. The dutiful daughter. The 31-year-old chief problem solver. I take the tablet from her. It's the model I picked for her last Christmas. As the screen lights up, a notification banner slides down from the top. Group chat, the inner circle. My heart stutters. "Kayla, ugh. Can you believe Olivia wants to use the money for that interpretive pottery studio?" My hand moves on its own. A cold, numb extension of my will. I tap the banner. The chat opens. A wall of messages. "My mother girls. Remember. We agreed. We're not telling Alexis. She has her career. She's successful. She doesn't need it. And she'll just complicate things with all her spreadsheets and questions. It's for the best. $180,000. My Lungs-Zeitze. The inheritance from my grandmother. Split 2 ways. Not 3. Grandma, who taught me how to skip stones on this very lake. Her warm hand guiding mine. You're so precise. "Alexis," she'd said. "That's a gift." I hear Mom's footsteps returning from the kitchen with glasses of iced tea. I quickly set the tablet down. Exactly as I found it. My face settles into a mask of calm competence. The one I've perfected through years of family holidays where I was the designated tech support and financial advisor. Not a participant. "Here we go," she says. Her voice cheerful. "Now, show me what I'm doing wrong. For the next 15 minutes. I walk her through the calendar settings. My voice even. My hands steady. I am the perfect analyst. Helping her manage her life while pretending I don't know she's methodically cutting me out of mine. "You're such a lifesaver," she says. "When we're done, what would we do without you, I wonder?" I reply, my voice carrying just enough of an edge that her smile flickers for a second. But she doesn't see it. She never does. The drive home is a blur. I grip the steering wheel so hard my knuckles are white against the black leather. What would they do without me? The memory surfaces, sharp and painful. Me, 16 years old, hunched over the dining room table, surrounded by a mountain of tax documents. My father, David, had made a massive error, and I was the only one who could fix it. I spent my entire spring break buried in his paperwork, missing a trip with my friends. When I finally finished, saving them thousands of dollars in penalties, he clapped me on the shoulder. "See, this is what you're for." Outside, my sisters were piling into the car, laughing as they headed to a concert I desperately wanted to go to. The useful one, the responsible one, never the loved one. The realization hardens in my chest, like cement. They never saw me. They saw my function. Back in my Austin condo, the minimalist decor that once felt so clean and adult now feels sterile, like a hotel room I'm just passing through. The shock from the lake house has faded, leaving behind a cold, dense grief that's slowly hardening into resolve. This isn't just about the money. It's about the one dream I ever shared with my grandmother. And they're treating it like an accounting error to be corrected. Needing to feel in control of something, I start organizing my desk. Straightening pens. Stacking papers. My hand brushes against a leather-bound journal. I pull it out. My grandmother gave it to me on my college graduation day. Its cover is soft and worn, smelling faintly of her lavender perfume. I open it, and tucked inside the front cover is a piece of paper, folded and faded. I unfold it. It's a real estate listing for a small commercial storefront in the Arts District, with big windows and a charming brick facade. At the bottom, in my grandmother's elegant cursive, is a note. For my Alexis and her beautiful visions, one day, my breath catches in my throat. It wasn't just a vague hope. It was a plan. This small, worn piece of paper is tangible proof of her intent, of her belief in me. She didn't see my passion for photography as a silly hobby or a waste of time, the way my sisters did. She saw it as a vision. In that moment, something inside me shifts. The hurt is still there. Deep, throbbing bruise. But it's now surrounded by something else. Something cold and clear and powerful. This is no longer a family dispute over money. It's a sacred duty. I'm not just fighting for myself anymore. I'm fighting to honor the one person in my family who saw me for who I was, not for what I could do for them. My mission is no longer about getting what's mine. It's about fulfilling her legacy. A new kind of energy surges through me. Focused and sharp. I gently place the listing back in the journal and set it on my desk. A beacon. Then, I open my laptop. The blue glow illuminates my face in the dim light. I navigate to the login page for our family cloud storage. The one I set up years ago. The one I pay the monthly subscription for, so they could all store their photos and documents. I type in the master password, my fingers moving with grim purpose. I know them. I know their carelessness. The evidence I need is in there. I just have to find it. The digital files are a mess. Just like their real lives. Kayla's folders are filled with thousands of unsorted photos of her kids. Olivia's are a chaotic mix of art school projects and inspirational quotes. I navigate through the directories. My analyst's brain scanning for anything out of place, and then I see it. A folder hidden inside one of my dad's old work archives. Labeled simply K. Trust docs. My pulse quickens. Of course, they'd use my mother's initial, not my grandmother's name. A pathetic attempt at hiding it in plain sight. Inside, I find the trust document itself. A scanned PDF. I open it. My eyes flying through the legalese. My training, making quick work of the dense language. And there it is. The key phrase that seals their betrayal, to be distributed for the benefit of her daughters, as the trustee sees fit, as she sees fit. 5 words that give my mother absolute legal power. 5 words weaponized to exclude me. My stomach clenches. I grab my phone and dial Ryan, an old college friend who is now a ruthlessly sharp corporate lawyer. Alexis. His voice is thick with sleep. It's 2 a.m. Ryan. Hypothetical. My own voice sounds distant. Detached. If a discretionary trust is used to exclude one beneficiary because she doesn't need it, is there any recourse? There's a pause. This isn't a hypothetical. Is it? No. He sighs. That, as she sees fit, language is a classic tool for passive-aggressive families. It gives the trustee huge latitude. But their mistake, their fatal mistake, is if they created a paper trail of their collusion. You need proof. They coordinated this in bad faith? I think I have it. I say, looking at the group chat screenshots, on his advice, I draft a carefully worded email. Subject financial planning inquiry. To my mother, I write, for my own planning purposes, could you please send me a copy of Grandma's trust documents? Thanks. Alexis. Professional. Calm. Her reply comes back within 10 minutes. Despite the hour. Oh, honey. It's all very complicated. Let's not worry about boring paperwork. We can talk about it when you come for dinner next week. The stall, the dismissal, calling a legal document, boring paperwork. A minute later. My phone buzzes. A text from my sister. Kayla, why are you upsetting Mom with legal stuff at this hour? She gets so stressed by all that financial jargon. It's starting. The coordinated attack. The gaslighting. They're closing ranks. And in doing so, they've just confirmed everything. I ignore their texts, their veiled accusations, their manufactured concern. I forward everything to Ryan. His response is simple. Let's send the offer. He drafts a formal settlement demand. My 1/3 share. $60,000. In exchange for a full release of all claims against the estate and the trustee. It's clean and fair and legally sound. He sends it to my mother's email, copying her lawyer, whom he found through a public records search. Then, we wait. The response, when it comes, isn't from a lawyer. It's from my younger sister, Olivia. And it isn't legal, it's public. A notification pops up on my phone, Instagram. Olivia has posted. It's a photo of her, artfully composed in black and white. A single, perfect tear tracing a path down her cheek. The caption is a masterpiece of passive aggression. So heartbroken. It reads, "I'm just trying to follow my dream of opening a small art studio, but my own sister is trying to take my funding away. Some people just value money more than family." My hands start to shake. The comments are already flooding in. Friends, cousins, old family acquaintances, all offering her support, all condemning the cruel, nameless sister. Me. My phone immediately blows up with texts from extended family, aunts, uncles, cousins I haven't spoken to in years, all branding me as selfish, cruel, and greedy. They're launching a public smear campaign. As I'm staring in disbelief at the coordinated attack, my phone rings. It's my father, David. I brace myself for a lecture. But it's worse. Alexis. He booms. Without a hello, I can't get into my retirement account. What's the password? The audacity is breathtaking. Even as they publicly paint me as a monster, they still expect me to be their functionary. They still need their problem solver. A chilling calm washes over me. The password is the same one I set for you 2 years ago. I say, my voice devoid of emotion. I give it to him. He grunts. Oh, it worked. He hangs up without another word. No thank you. No acknowledgement of the war he's helping to wage against me. I stare at my phone. The hurt is gone, replaced by a cold, hard clarity. I take a screenshot of Olivia's post, of every single accusatory text, of my father's call log. I compile it all into a single file and email it to Ryan with one sentence. This is their official response. Ryan calls me back less than 10 minutes later. His voice isn't calm or lawyerly. It's buzzing with an electric, strategic excitement. They made a catastrophic mistake. Alexis. Catastrophic. He sounds like he just won the lottery. What do you mean, this? The Instagram post, the texts, the coordinated family pressure, this isn't just a smear campaign. In legal terms, it's a documented trail of harassment and bad faith. They've proven our entire case for us. Their position is completely shredded. I listen as he lays it out by trying to manipulate me emotionally and publicly. They had created irrefutable evidence that their decision to cut me out wasn't based on my grandmother's wishes or any fair assessment, but on personal animus and collusion. The power had just flipped, completely and irrevocably. Their lawyer is going to see this and have an absolute meltdown. Ryan continues, the glee evident in his voice. We're no longer asking, we're demanding. He drafts a new offer, while I'm still on the phone. It's not a negotiation. It's a final, non-negotiable demand. The offer is now $70,000. My $60,000 share, plus $10,000 for legal fees and damages related to defamation. They have 24 hours to accept the wire transfer instructions, or he will file a motion in probate court, attaching every screenshot, and expose their entire scheme. He hits send. The fallout is immediate. My phone screen lights up with a call from my mother. I calmly decline it. A second later, a call from Kayla. I decline that, too. Then a text from Kayla appears on my screen. We're family. Alexis, don't be like this. The old manipulation, the old guilt trip, the words that used to be my cage. I take a deep breath and type my reply. The 7 words that will change everything, all communication through our lawyers now. Please. I hit send. The emotional weapons they had used against me my entire life were now useless. They had brought their feelings to a legal fight, and my professional firewall had just rendered them powerless. They had no idea what to do next. They folded completely. The next morning, An email from Ryan sits in my inbox. Subject, settlement accepted. They had agreed to the $70,000 payment. The wire transfer would be initiated immediately. A few hours later, my banking app chimes. The money is there. The full amount. Transferred in silent, digital capitulation. I look at the number for a long time. It's not just money. It's validation. It's leverage. It's freedom. I open a new email. To Kimberly. Kayla. Olivia. David. Subject formal disengagement of pro bono services. My fingers fly across the keyboard. This email confirms receipt of the $70,000 settlement, effective immediately. I am formally resigning as your unpaid financial and technical advisor. To ensure a smooth transition, I have provided some helpful information below. I list out everything. Reminders for quarterly tax deadlines. Links to the support pages for their various online accounts. The name of a reputable local CPA. I end with a specific note to my younger sister. Olivia, please note that your inheritance is considered taxable income. I highly recommend you consult a professional to understand your obligations. I read it over one last time. It's cold, professional, and terrifyingly helpful. It's the final bill for decades of free labor. I hit send. My phone instantly explodes. A flurry of panic texts and missed calls. I silence it, turning the screen over on my desk. But one last text from Olivia slips through before the silence takes hold. It's the final, chilling piece of proof that I made the right decision. Since you're so good at this, could you just look over my business loan application? Dad said you'd know how to make the numbers look good. They still don't get it. They never will. They haven't learned a single thing. I delete the message without replying. A profound peace settles over me, deeper than any I've ever felt. I stand up and walk to my desk. Picking up the leather-bound journal my grandmother gave me, I pull out the faded real estate listing inside, smoothing it out on the desk. The foundation for my beautiful vision, my dream, funded entirely by the very people who tried to steal it. I am finally completely free.